My name's Gary Younge, and my book is Dispatches from the Diaspora, from Nelson Mandela to Black Lives Matter. It's an anthology, a collection of all of my journalism and essays, really over the last 28 years. My first big break and the first piece in the collection is called The Black Night. And it's from South Africa, where I was sent as a 24-year-old to cover the first elections where Mandela was standing. You would go to these stadia in the middle of nowhere, because that's where apartheid had put these townships with very poor transportation routes. And you'd see Mandela's entourage coming in the distance. You'd just see the cars kicking up the sand, and the singing would start and the chanting would start. And, you know, often they'd been in these stadiums for kind of hours. And then the dust would get closer and closer, and then Mandela would arrive, and I described him as like a black knight on a white horse, because he was always in this white van, and he would be waving his fist, and the crowd would go absolutely nuts. It was, in a way, much more intimate than that, because I couldn't drive. And because I couldn't drive, I would have to catch lifts from one place to another. And I ended up getting picked up by this film crew who were traveling around with Mandela's bodyguards doing a film about Mandela. And so I became quite close to his bodyguards, who found me amusing. I think it just kind of broke the monotony a bit to have me around. So they would kind of tell me when they were kind of going next and where they were going, and I'd stay in the same hotel. And so I got this front row seat on this amazing moment in history. The other thing I really remember from that story was election day itself. And there was this kind of mist burning off the ground. So all you could see was people's shoes and the kind of bottom of their, either their socks or their trousers. And you could see that it was kind of Sunday best, and it was just quiet. There was nothing really to say. It was quite funny watching journalists interview people afterwards saying like, so is this a very important day for you? And they go, yes. They'd say, tell me why it's a very important day. And they'd say, it's democracy. It was such an understated moment. It was a real treasure to be there. So that was the beginning of my career, and that's that piece, The Black Night, that's what got me my job.